Welcome to another video fire. Tonight there's Ricardo Pons, one of the creators of the game. Hello Ricardo, how you doing?
Hi, fine.
Great, and I'm Aleix Gordostau, the other guy who helps Ricardo on the design and everything else. And tonight we're gonna kind of explain or present the miniatures of Insurgents that we have been designing for the past year, something like that will be part of the starter set that we have here, and that you can check in another video if you want. And tonight there will be, some conversation and some images and stuff about them.
Okay, so Aleix, what do you bring us tonight?
Well, tonight I have like the basic squad of Insurgents. These are based upon certain, they are kind of Middle Eastern alike soldiers. That they're not part of any faction specifically. We took special care on that none of them could be joined in any specific faction, so everybody could interpret them in the way they please. We can review how the squad is composed, and we can see the miniatures like closely. And the postures, and we can talk a little bit about how we did it. Perfect. So now what I will do is I will change the view, and that's it. So here we go.
Okay. So what we have here in the table, I see two sets of Insurgents. One is completely painted, and the other one is in white metal.
Yes. It's painted by Master Ricardo, tabletop quality, but they're really they end up really cool, especially because there are some of them have like soccer team or kind of like sports stuff, as you will see better later. And we have two sets, like as you said, one is painted and the other one it's not. These are the white metal miniatures, the original material that. When the people who's watching us would purchase or would get like one of these boxes, they will receive the miniatures like unpainted and uncoated, and there will be white metal, as you can see here. This is a showcase of both how people will get the miniatures at home, and how they can end it up to be able to play the game.
Okay. So we saw here 12 miniatures, and can you show us a bit of details of some of the miniatures?
Yeah, of course. Actually, the insurgent squads, it depends on the type of insurgents, are bigger or smaller in quantity. So you have like more or less soldiers depending on the quality troops of your squad. And in this case, we decided to make like an average one, which is normally, if you play 500 points, 12 miniatures is normally the average. So you could have a little bit more if they are worse quality, or you can have a little bit less if they're better quality or better trained or equipped. That depends on the game that you're gonna play and the type of troops you want to command in that specific moment. But here we chose the more or less an average one, and also how they are equipped and how they are designed for that purpose. So I will show you one. For example, I don't know. We start with the main commander. Yes.
The top row with a leader.
Yeah.
This is the leader of the regulars.
Yeah.
And we saw this miniature armed with an AK-47 and holding a pistol.
Yep.
So we can see that he is wearing an old uniform in green. So a very beautiful miniature.
Yeah. Yes. So the equivalent in white metal, as you can have some details. As you can see, actually our Darth Smith. The guy the master who makes our miniatures, he's really good, and he got really, really nice details on the miniatures, and we're really happy about it. We didn't know how good the details were gonna be when we started the entire manufacturing process. And at the end, he really did a great job on providing like great quality.
Yeah, he did it. And it's also interesting to note that all the miniatures are casted in one piece. There's no separate parts of the miniature. You do not need glue to put the weapons or the equipment. So all the miniatures are casted in a single piece. So that's perfect.
Yeah. So as the squads in the game, the insurgent squads don't really have like a tight hierarchy as regular squads. There are less commanders within squads normally. It depends on the size. You will see when you play the game. That's why this squad only have like one leader and one assistant, right?
Yeah.
This one, the next one, I can show the assistant, for example, like.
Yeah, he's holding an AK-47 and also talking by the radio. So this guy is having the scarf around the head. So it's like a Middle Eastern appearance in this miniature, and also wearing a chest rig with all the magazines for the AK. So a very nice miniature to be the assistant of the leader. And this is the white metal miniature of this assistant, great details, very easy to paint. So it's a fantastic miniature to start playing war games with.
Oh, so there we go. So now there's, we could talk about the riflemen or the soldiers, like there are the six of them, that there are these six guys. They are equipped in AK-47, which is the classical weaponry of the insurgents everywhere in the world, probably.
Yeah.
And yeah, you want to talk a little bit about the equipment that they have.
Yeah, we want to have a feeling of different types of troops. Some of them are only wearing trousers and a t-shirt and the AK, and some of them are more trained and have better equipment and more military equipment like chest rigs and military boots. So you can do different kinds of irregulars with these 12 miniatures. For example, this guy seems to be a hardened veteran because he's wearing a chest rig and military boots, and the hair is gray. So you can assemble a squad of insurgents with better training or better combat experience, differencing them by the equipment that they have. Here we have another one with a chest rig and the scarf in the head. Also, all of them wearing an AK-47.
I can show you the ones who are less, let's say, military well equipped. That they are more in sports.
Trousers, wearing flip-flops, this kind of militiamen, newly recruited. So we add this kind of variety to the platoon to show these differences in the quality of the irregulars. Another example of a Middle Eastern with the scarf in the head, military trousers but sport top. Wearing a magazine holder in the waist. So you have 6 of these with a AK. This is another example with a military hat. Beautiful pose, different poses. Some of them are aiming with the gun, and others are like steady. So all of them are different miniatures. 12 of them completely different ones from another to add variety to your squad. And this one goes with a military hat, also a complete chest rig, and wearing trousers. So a lot of variety in these miniatures.
Actually, what we wanted to do, that was one of the aims at the beginning before designing the miniatures, when we kind of like art directed them with the modeler. What we wanted to do is to create the more neutral squad that we could design, so then people could could paint it or customize it in a way that they would fit different factions across the globe. It depends on how you combine them. You can create, for example, South American militia, for example, or rebels or stuff like this. So you could in spite these are Middle Eastern based squad. It depends on how you combine them at the moment. You could create like fire teams that could be considered from other places or different equipment. Like, for example, it depends on how you combine these people. You could have like better equipped or worse equipped. It depends on your taste or your aims or your objective in the game or whatever. So what else? We have these special weapons, isn't it?
Special weapons. We have two kinds of special weapons. So we have two miniatures wearing LMG, a light machine gun. In this case is a PKM, a Russian machine gun, in two stances. One is like firing the PKM, like this guy. You see, wearing a sachet and military boots. Very nice pose, very nice miniature, a lot of character with the ball in the ball head. Very beautiful to paint. And we have the other machine guns like running into action. And I think that the pose is very dynamic. We are very pleased with the design of these miniatures made by Barruza Studios. It's our designer.
Sorry.
Yep. So very beautiful pose.
Yeah, actually, this more than running, it's more or less like this is based upon like a real picture from an insurgent, and some of the postures are taken from real pictures from real places, and this one specifically is. It was a picture of a guy kind of sneaking into some situation we didn't know more about, but like it was not running. But this is a type of LMG that has like a grip on the superior part. So when you move, kind of like it, I think that we got like we did a really good job on really getting the gist of how these people would move in real life and so on. So that was one of the purposes that we were looking to achieve in a way. That sorry.
No. And finally, we have the two last miniatures that are armed with an RPG. No, this is an
LMG. Sorry.
Yeah, the RPGs. Yeah, both of them has also an AK-47 in the back, and you can see this is holding an RPG with a grenade in the front part, and it has a chest rig and military outfit. Yeah.
Actually. This one also was taken from many pictures from many different postures of people firing the same RGB7 in different conflicts, different times, and this one was exactly the posture that we liked the most in one of the historical pictures that we used.
I love this miniature. It has a great position. It's very dynamic. It has a lot of details like the backpack with the grenades, the RPG, the rockets, the way he's handling the RPG. So I'm in love with this miniature.
Yeah, I really like this one as well. The modeler made a great job on this one, and. That was actually, we used quite a lot of pictures with the, how to say that, with the, for the items that the miniature is wearing actually. Like the details of the bag, the details of the rockets, the details on some other, we made a collage of different stuff to get to the point to get this one correctly. And actually, it came out. It's probably one of my favorite miniatures of the 21 miniatures that will be on the box. Yeah.
You're right.
What else? Could we add something to showcase some stuff that we haven't told to the audience?
I can't recall anything more. So that's the 12 miniatures that you will get in the basic box of the Kickstarter. And as Alex said, it allows you to build any irregular squad that you want, of any quality and any training.
Sounds great. I think that we have to thank the modeler, Barut Studio, and Francisco, which is the dwarf smith that casts the white metal miniatures, and for the great job that they have done. And yeah, we can maybe say goodbye and with another view, and that would be it.
Thank you for watching us. Please subscribe to our channel.
Yep.
And we wait for you for the Kickstarter.
Yeah, on the Kickstarter, remember that our Kickstarter, that it's down here, it starts on next February 19th. And if possible, if you can support us on the first days of the campaign, it really helps the campaign to position into Kickstarter platform and so on. So if you would like to help us getting like the nicest company, a miniature or wargame company that we can get, remind you that you have, if you can support, you decide to support us, better to do it earlier in the campaign.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ricardo.
Bye.
Bye.